I am here with Monsignor Mullen, and we are welcoming him to our St. Joseph Parish family. Welcome, and we are so happy that you are here. So I have a few questions that I want to ask you so that our parish can get to know you. Monsignor, my first question for you is, when were you ordained a priest?
I was ordained on May 26th of 1962, and it was an auspicious year because the Vatican Council II started in October of that year. So the last few years of our seminary preparation were in Latin, some of the classes, and we learned to offer Mass in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, Amen. And then during the council, we gradually moved from the Latin liturgy for a few years. The Eucharistic prayer was in Latin, and the opening rites, the readings, and the last part were in the vernacular, whether it's English or Spanish or whatever. And then in the early 70s, we had an all-English liturgy. An exciting time.
That was an exciting time. What is your role here at St. Joseph Parish?
Well, my formal title from the Archbishop is Senior Parochial Vicar in Residence. That's pretty big.
That is big.
It is. My role, Archbishop Naumann called me and he said, please go to St. Joseph, as I'm in retirement phase of life, but also I asked to be in a parish if I could to assist Father Scott. Lots of ministry here, lots of ministerial requests, and also while here to assist the parish in whatever the needs are that I can respond to.
Beautiful. What are you looking most forward to in your retirement?
Well, I'm seeing really retirement as being another phase of priesthood. Early in the 90s, he's now St. John Paul II, described from the very first time a seminarian applies, before he's even in the seminary. He looks at four qualities: spiritual growth, intellectual growth, apostolic experience, service to others, and just human growth, you're taking care of yourself. The seminary builds all four of those. Early years of the priesthood builds on that, and then your priesthood, maybe when you're 30s, 40s, 50s, middle years, if you will, those still basic principles help you to have a good foundation. I'm looking to continue those at my phase of life.
Wonderful. And what do you love most about your priesthood?
Well, I point to, and if you will, prayer and the celebration of Mass. Always as a young boy in grade school and high school, that attracted me to the priesthood. I have to confess, when we were in grade school, a few of my classmates and I, we practiced Mass. Some of us did those. And I believe what the Catechism says is true. It is Jesus in every sacrament who baptizes, who absolves from sin, who actually celebrates the sacramental marriage, and of course is in the priesthood.
Wonderful. We are so happy that you are here with us at St. Joseph Church, and I know our parish looks forward to getting to know you. Are there any final words that you want to leave with our parish?
Well, first I'd like to say thank you. I've been warmly welcomed, and even Deacon Tom has been so helpful. He says, here's someone I can train. But he's been careful, and many say this is the way we do things, which is a beautiful tradition. My words of encouragement would be, let's together deepen even more our devotion to our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament, the use of the chapel. Secondly, our devotion to Mary as the Mother of the Church, which Pope Francis recently said is a good title. So we look to Mary as the exemplar of how to live as a follower of Christ. And then thirdly, my middle name is Joseph. So I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to grow in my own devotion to St. Joseph and praying to his intercession more and more for the success of our ministry.
Wonderful. Monsignor, thank you for coming to St. Joseph, and thank you for praying for our parish and celebrating the sacraments with us. We look forward to the time that we get to spend with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.